Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to crack straight on with the fourth project in this series from this fabulous pack from Papercraft Society 43, and I think I've got the number right this time, not like yesterday. And we're still going to carry on using this pack, or some of it, but the main feature is going to be the big square stamp. So I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. I'll show you what I've done with it, and then I'll give you a little bit of a secret to make what I've done a bit easier. So all become clear in a minute. And then I'm going to show you something else. So just don't tune out before the end because you'll miss the best bit. So I'm just going to put that over there for a moment. And this is an Aperture card, and it's not the usual size card, but it's a 7x7" card. And I've cut an aperture of 5x5. So it's a 7" card and I've cut an aperture of 5x5. And then what I've done, I've put some double-sided tape all the way around the outside. Now what I'm going to do first, I'm going to keep you in suspense for just a second or two longer. I'm going to take the backing tape off, then I'm going to show you how I've used the stamp. So here we go, moment of truth, guys. What I've done, I've actually stamped it onto another piece of acetate. And what we're going to do, we're going to make a stained glass window. Now I know usually you'd put that on the back, but we're not going to do that today. Because it's me, we're going to be different. And we're going to pop that, line it up onto the front. And it won't show by the time we're done because we're going to put a frame around it. So we're going to stick that on the front. And what I did, I used my alcohol pens to colour on the acetate, and then to make it a stained glass window effect, I used, no I didn't, I was looking for my black Sharpie pen, there it is. I used a black Sharpie pen, and I'll give you a tip, if you want it to look like a stained glass window and you don't want it too thick, put it on its end, so stand the thing up, stand the pen up, and draw like that, with the pen like that, in that position, vertically. So that's what I did for that. And already we've got a wonderful stained glass window effect. Now obviously we don't want to leave it like that, we want it a bit more fancy. So what I've done is I've cut 4 strips of 1x7" of this gorgeous paper here. This is a paper from the pack, and I've got foam tape on the back this time. And what I'm going to do is take the backing paper off. Did that all come off? It didn't, it split. Oh dear, never mind. So that's all right, we'll get there. It's off. So it's sticking under my fingernails. So we're going to match this and line it up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start at the bottom. So line it up with the edges, and we're going to create a frame. And not only will this make the outside really pretty, it will sandwich the stained glass window bit between this bit and this bit. So we've got 4 pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, again, if you peel it low and do it slow, it should come off in one piece. I'm just going to spin this round just so that I can see what I'm doing. But I'll leave it there so that you can see what I'm doing too. And so we did it like that. Now, if I was really, really good, which I'm not, I would have measured that and I would have said, right, we'll fit a piece in there, but no, we're not going to do that. I've got another piece of, all of it's on foam tape, and that's going to come off again. Right, let's see if we can nip that one in the bud. Yes, wonderful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that, straight over the top, like that. I'm not going to bother measuring it and lining it up and anything like that, or fitting it in. It's not a jigsaw puzzle, it's a greeting card. So I'm going to bring that round there like that once more. And we are going to do the same thing to this bottom bit. Now don't run off yet, because there was something that I wanted to show you. So you could, if you wanted to, leave it like that, and that is a perfectly acceptable card. But once you're doing that, make sure, because we've gone all the way around, what you need to do for the final bit, especially if you're going to add a sentiment, you need to make sure you've got the thing the right way round. So you can either have it that way round, or you can have it that way round, but I'm going to have it this way round this time. Now I have got here 4 beautiful flowers. So if I just move that over a bit and bring the flowers in, you can see what I've got. Now, they are gorgeous, but I didn't make them. I used something, again, it's from the pack, but it's something we don't often think of using. And I'm just going to move this lot out of the way so it doesn't go all over the floor. Well, if it does, it doesn't really matter. It's these flowers here, and I'll show you what I've done. Let me just sweep this to one side for just 1 second. What I've done, you'll see what I've done when I undo it. I've taken this bit off. What I did, the bits that were inside that pocket, I've removed the pocket and I've popped them in that pocket there so that everything's still in the same wallet. But I've cut this part off, or most of it anyway, and I've cut off 4 flowers because they were so pretty. I thought we should use those, but it can still fold up into our wallet. So that's what I've done. Unusual, I know, but we don't think of using the packaging for embellishments, do we? But perhaps we should do, because some of them, especially in this case, this box, is absolutely beautiful. So I've got foam pads on the back of this one, and all I'm going to do is take the backing tape off, and I'm just going to put one in each corner. I haven't got a sentiment yet, because I haven't quite decided what the occasion is or who it's going for. So it'll probably end up as a birthday card. So I suppose it could even be an Easter card. It is flowers, but we'll see. So one more. And there we go, guys. There is our stained glass. I think we're probably calling it a stained glass window card. And at the moment, you can either have it standing that way or that way because there's no sentiment on it. But I think I'll probably end up having it that way as a side folding card. And so there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you've enjoyed finding out my strange little techniques that I use to get round things. Now, I'll give you another quick tip about the stained glass window effect. Stamping onto acetate, I have to be honest, is a pain in the backside. You have to use StazOn ink, and you have to make sure that it doesn't slip, and that's not always easy to do. So I'll give you a tip. Don't tell anybody I told you this because it's unconventional. So what you can do, if you're worried about it or if you haven't got the StazOn ink, what you can do is you can peel the stamp off of the acetate. Take your printed acetate, where the stamp was, over to your printer. Put a piece of, make sure you, well actually it doesn't really matter which way around you put it, but lay it down flat on your printer, on your scanner sheet. But then you need to cover it with a piece of white copier paper and hit the colour button. Oh, actually, no, you don't need to do that. You need to hit the black button. So you can just make a black photocopy of it. Then you've got the black lines and they're perfect already. So obviously just run a piece of acetate through to print it onto. So I hope that's helped you. If you think, how am I going to print on acetate without it slipping? Don't bother. Just take off the stamp and photocopy the printed acetate onto a piece of clear acetate from your stash. So I hope that's clear for you, and I hope it helps. So in the meantime, I wish you a fantastic Sunday, what's left of it. Take care, have fun, happy crafting, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.